Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? It is 2:12 a.m. on Friday evening going into Saturday morning. It is 73 degrees outside, and it feels warmer than that. I can see the moon over there. It kind of looks like a fallish moon, like a Halloween moon a little bit, and it's hiding behind the clouds, which there are many of. Which there are many clouds. Not to end the sentence on of. I actually thought tomorrow was going to be a beautiful day earlier because I was sitting outside and I was like looking up at the sky, and I was kind of like reading comments back on, I posted 2 videos today on my Peter Monn channel. I posted a drama video, and then I posted a Q&A that Alex and I did. It was like almost an hour long, 50-some minutes, 55, 56 minutes long, this Q&A that we did. But I was sitting outside, and I was reading comments, and I looked up at the sky, and it was like pretty clear, and I could see the moon, and I could see some stars, I thought, and maybe airplanes, I don't know, but they looked like stars to me. And I was like, oh gosh, maybe tomorrow it's gonna be really nice outside, you know, and we'll get like a sunny day that we can actually go to the pool, because Alex is taking these days off to go to the pool, and the pool closes in a week, and all next week is supposed to be cloudy, rainy, and like in the 70s, which would be really nice if maybe our last week we could have some sunshine and warmth, but apparently that doesn't seem like the case. I was really hoping they would keep the pool open through September, but it doesn't look like that's happening. So anyway, I was hoping that we would have at least one day that was nice, so we could go to the pool together. But it's just been really kind of cloudy. Today when we woke up, it was pouring down rain when we were getting ready to leave to go to brunch. But anyway, I just got up from like a 3.5 hour nap. I had been like reading comments, and then I tried to get a hold of Tanya, but she didn't answer. She called me back when I was asleep. So Alex was upstairs in the bedroom watching TV. We have like a big TV in the bedroom that we like never use. Well, he does. I don't really ever use it because we can only use it for like DVDs and then like, you know, Hulu and Netflix. I mean, which is like most of what we watch anyway. I just don't think it's like the most user-friendly TV as far as the remotes go and stuff like that. It's probably time to get another TV. Neither one, you know, you would think like as much TV as Alex and I watch that we would have like these really incredible TVs, and we just don't. Like our TVs, I don't think we've gotten a new TV in probably 10 years. And, you know, like when you walk into Costco and you see these TVs that like look like you're literally looking at real life. Yeah, neither one of our TVs is like that. In fact, I can remember the TV that we bought in the bedroom is the TV that we used to have downstairs. And when we got it, I think we got it like 10 or 11 years ago. And we got it from Walmart. And I can remember how much it was and everything. And we were really excited about it. We looked at like all the TVs at Walmart. And, oh, this construction here is, whew, the road is not good. And then we got the other TV downstairs like a year or 2 after that. And, I mean, they're both of them fine. They're just nothing like super special, you know what I mean? So anyway, before that I had, do you guys remember when flat screen TVs first came out? I have this at my old apartment. This is like my ex and I's TV. I don't remember getting this TV though. We probably got it at Walmart too. But do you remember those flat screen TVs that, like they were flat in front, but in the back they were like this deep and they were super heavy? Do you remember that? Because you know flat screen TVs like are super light, but these were super heavy. And I remember it took like Alex and I like, and we hardly could move this thing. And we ended up giving it to his cousin Maya, maybe for an apartment here. Or I think maybe she didn't want it, and it sat in the garage forever. I think maybe he had like Ambets, or I think Ambets came and picked it up. They're like Goodwill, and it's like the American Vets, American Veteran Association, I think is what it stands for. They came and picked up a bunch of stuff of ours. So, yeah, that seems crazy to me that we used to have that TV. It seems crazy to me too, the long time that we went without having a washer and dryer that worked. If you've watched my vlog for a long time, you probably remember that. It feels like it's got to have, bourbon comes from Bardstown Road in Kentucky, in Louisville. Yeah, it says Kentucky. Oh God, that's crazy. There's a billboard up there for it. I used to go with my friends to Bardstown Road in Louisville. We've had those washer and dryer. We've had the washer and dryer. I was gonna say we've had it longer than 4 years because 4 years that I've been vlogging. But I think it must have been in that first year that I was talking about it because people would comment on it all the time. And yeah, it was so stupid that we waited as long as we did. We should have just, well, part of it is, this is so funny. So I loved going to the laundromat. So it didn't really bother me to go to the laundromat and do laundry. And I would just like let my laundry pile up. Now it's crazy to me now because literally I have a load of wash in the washer and dryer like every single day. In fact, I just put some shorts in there, my denim shorts in there before we left. But we had like this washer and dryer that we had when I moved in was my mom's, which had been my mom and dad's from like when they were together. That's how old that washer and dryer was, okay? Well, that died like right out of the gate. And then, this is such a funny story, I don't know why. And then Alex's mom and stepdad, they got a new washer and dryer, so they gave us theirs, which was rather new. But we used it for a while, and Alex and I were like every day, like 3 loads of wash, 3 loads of drying. It died real quick. I can't remember what we had that died. It was like the washers worked but the dryers broke or something because we had like 2 dryers at one time sitting down there. I don't know, it was stupid. And then we went the longest time without getting a washer and dryer. And if you watched the vlog back then, you'll remember because I would talk about it, how like, we just wouldn't go get a washer and dryer. And one day we just went to Best Buy and got them. We just walked. I don't know what was the difference that day. But here was one of the things, I haven't talked about this in a long time. When Alex and I got together, like that first couple years, there was this laundromat in Carmel off of Rangeline Road. If you live in Carmel or on the north side, it's been closed down now for years, but it was this laundromat, and on one side, it probably had 20 or more washing machines, just regular washing machines, and then it had like 5 or 10 like full service washing machines, and then like twice as many dryers. And then on the other side, it had the same thing, and you could walk in from either side. And it was real old. Like if you walked in there, like it smelled and it looked like it was from like the 1950s. But Alex and I would like go to like Walmart on the way. We would like literally, my entire car at the time, which was when I had a Ford Explorer, this huge Ford Explorer. Oh my God, I loved this car. It was like this pearl Ford Explorer, and it had like a DVD player on the back and stuff. I thought it was so cool. But anyway, isn't it so funny when you look back on things? We would have the whole car loaded up. I mean, he and I each would have like 4 laundry baskets of laundry to do. And we would go at like 10 o'clock on like a Friday or Saturday night. And we would go and we would buy like magazines and candy and soda. And then we would go in the summertime typically and do it seems like. And we would just sit there. It would take us like 2 or 3 hours to do all this laundry. And we would just constantly like switch out, you know, we would do all of our linens and everything like that too. And I loved it. It was like one of my favorite things. We used to go to the laundromat when we would go to Saugatuck in the summers. My dad, I think maybe it wasn't when I went with my dad. I think it was when I went with my dad's partner, his wife. So there was like one summer, maybe more, but I think one summer. So my dad's partner, he and his wife, his wife was also my mom's, like one of her closest friends her entire life. She would stay up in Saugatuck for like several weeks. So she would be up there for like 3 weeks, and she just lived on the boat and stuff like that. And so I stayed up there with her one summer for like an extra week or two, I can't remember. And we went to the laundromat. I remember on the way home, she had this big like Buick Riviera. It was green, and in the back she had an open box of bleach. I don't know why I remember this, but this is like one of the weirdest memories in the world. And it was like, do you remember like when they had like, they probably still make it, but like not like liquid bleach, but it was like box bleach, like detergent. It was like this kind of like powdery, kind of crystally deal. And it was like open in the back seat on the floor. And her youngest son at the time, she had 2 kids, he had like a broken blister on his toe or something, and he stuck it by accident in that box, and that blister he just cried and cried and cried the whole way home. It was horrible. And they had this little dog that always, this little schnauzer that always walked around the docks, and it had one of those little life jackets on it that dogs wear too. I've been watching all of these Nick and Poncho videos. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Poncho was that Chihuahua that reminds me of, I was gonna say reminds me of Alex, reminds me of Pee-Pee, except for that he's white. Like kind of white and tan ears, so cute. And Nick was like his dad, and they did these videos together that were just adorable. I've watched and they're real short videos. They're like 46 seconds. There's this one that he did called Don't Eat the Meatball, Poncho, or something. It's so cute. I've been watching him. He would call Poncho Ponchino. Poncho acted just like Pee-Pee. And then Poncho passed away like a couple months or a month after Pee-Pee did. I was like so sad. It just was, I don't know why, it just like hit me so hard. I was like, I cannot believe this. He had a lot of health concerns too. So, he's like uploading videos on like another channel now, but he doesn't get hardly any views at all on that channel, which I think is kind of interesting. His editing skills and stuff are fantastic. But anyway, so I loved going to the laundromat. Like that was one of my favorite things. And then a laundromat near us opened, and it was like super fast and really nice, and they had like this coffee station and everything in there, and I would just go in there and do my laundry. And I didn't have like all of these like baskets of laundry, so I would like go in there one day and do like linens, and the other day I would go in there and just do my clothes and stuff like that. And I could be in and out in less than an hour, and it wasn't that expensive. The first time I went though, I like used some machines or something. It was very expensive. I was like, oh my God. Because that first place that we went, it was literally like 4 quarters for a load to do wash, and it was like 3 quarters to dry. What is that out there? It's like the gold. It's like shining in the dark. It's like a tent or something out there. It's like the baseball field. Anyway, so that's so funny. I'd totally forgotten about that, about the laundromat. So anyway, tonight, I don't know if I said this or not. Oh, the TVs is what I was talking about. So Alex was upstairs and he was watching Riverdale on the TV. And so I sat there and I was reading through some comments and stuff. And then I came upstairs and I was like so tired. I had gotten tired like after we went to brunch today. And I got tired and I wanted to film some videos. And so he's like, are you gonna make videos today? Because he wanted to watch Riverdale, I think, anyway. And I said, yeah. But we had said that we were gonna do this like Q&A, and he was like, oh, okay. And he wanted to pick the questions for the Q&A. So at like brunch today, he was like going through and looking at all the questions and picking them and stuff like that. He was real excited about it. He was like screenshotting them and then like, you know, cutting around the edges and all this kind of stuff. He was real excited about it. So he always likes to try to act like he's not excited about it, but he was real excited about it. It was a fun video. I mean, we talked about our marriage. Like, we didn't, like, it's interesting the questions that we get on Q&As. Like, you know, other couples get Q&As and they do them and they're like, you know, and we got some, like, what's your favorite place to travel to video questions and stuff like that. But, like, when I watch other couples Q&As, it's like, it's interesting what questions they get. And then we get so many questions that are like, how do you get through really tough times? Or what's the greatest thing you got out of marriage counseling? Or what would you recommend to I mean, they're very, like, I think important questions for a couple, but it's just interesting that we get those questions, you know? And maybe it's because I talk so much about difficulties that we've had in our marriage, or that, you know, having gone to marriage counseling and whatever. But like, we talked about some real stuff on our video today. So he was watching Riverdale upstairs on the TV upstairs. And I like to lay in bed and kind of like, you know, fall asleep and like wake up, fall asleep and wake up. It's very cozy to me when he is watching TV. When my back was like so bad that I couldn't get out of bed, and he was, you know, like just with me all the time, like for those couple days or whatever, that weekend, he watched Younger, and he watched like 7 episodes, and I just kind of like sat there and like listened to it, and was like awake and then asleep and then awake and asleep, and it was so cozy to me. I don't know, it just felt very safe. I don't know, I mean, it's not like I feel unsafe otherwise, but just, I like it, you know? And so tonight, I was like, I'm gonna sleep for like an hour, and then I'm gonna get up and go vlog. And he was like, okay, babe. He was like, do you care if I watch Riverdale? I was like, no, not at all. So he was watching Riverdale. It's kind of scary this season. I'm not really sure what's going on. I think somebody's trying to kill Jughead or something. So I was kind of listening to it, but not really. And, but it was like scary music and all this kind of stuff. And the dogs were all pushed up against me, and the fan was on, and Alex would go downstairs and get, you know, take the dogs out and then get like some popcorn, because he has like these little bags of popcorn of that like healthy popcorn that he eats and stuff. He gets from Amazon. He buys like the small little bags, you know. So I actually haven't eaten since brunch. I'm kind of hungry. So I was like kind of like in and out, and then I woke up. Oh, he ended an episode, and I was like, I got up like I was gonna vlog. I went to the bathroom, and I was like, is that the last episode, babe? Because it sounded like it was, because they were talking about like graduating and stuff like that and solving this case. It's very Scooby-Doo-ish, that show. And I said, he goes, no, there's like 5 more episodes. And I was like, I wonder if he's gonna stay up and watch all these episodes. I was like, okay, well, I have to go vlog, but I'm not gonna be gone for very long, because I'm just not gonna vlog. Last night I did not realize I almost vlogged 2 hours, you guys. So I'm probably gonna only vlog. We're already at 17 minutes or something. I can't see. 17 something, 17:30, 38, I think is where we're at right now. I could see that if I like sat way back. I do want to say this. Somebody, I don't know how this is, but if I'm getting sent, okay, so I got this like receipt from Caddis, Caddis, you know, my reading glasses that I love, that I have a pair of glasses and a case coming, okay? But then it said like discount code, and they were like free, but it just like confirmed that they were being sent. And I was like, I got this email today, and I was like, is this from Caddis, or I guess maybe there'll be a note in it when they come. I don't know, but I have not received any message from them. I haven't received any email, any direct message on Instagram or anything. And then I was like, or did somebody else send these to me? So if somebody else out there, damn it. If somebody else sent those to me, can you please let me know? Like, that is a really, really nice gift, and like, those glasses are expensive. Nobody needs to be doing that for me, but that would, if you did, I want to make sure that you get acknowledged for that. Okay, hold on a second. Literally, the only way for me to stop for it to focus is for me to turn off the camera. Not to just stop it, but to turn off the camera and restart it. And I hate doing that, but that's what I have to do. But anyway, if somebody bought those for me, will you please let me know? I want to acknowledge you and let you know how much that means to me. I couldn't believe it. I'm literally wearing them, you guys, like all the time. Like all the time. I'm obsessed with them. And I will say it's kind of making my regular like sight not as great, because I'm like having to wear them all the time. But like right now it's harder for me to see, like when before I could kind of see, like now because I wear my reading glasses all the time, like where I was nearsighted before, I don't know what it is. I mean, I can still see like this, but it's not as good as it was before. But they are so comfortable, and that brand is like the most fantastic brand. They're totally like, if you can afford them, they're $95 a pair, so they're expensive. But if you can afford them, they're definitely worth it. I'm like obsessed with them. Like my other reading glasses, like because I've been putting them in my, I think I showed this yesterday maybe. I've been putting them in my fanny pack without a case now, because you know, when I started I was like very delicate with them, very careful, and then over time you just throw them in there, right? Like you start forgetting. Well, here are the ones that I got from Amazon that I love, okay? But they're dirty, but they're cheap. Do you guys see? Like they're starting to like fall apart. And so they're not supposed to do that, you guys, okay? This isn't those kind that like, they're loose is why they're doing that. These were like $9.99 for 2 pairs. I've sat on them and everything. The other pair, and like the clear pair, like every time I wear them, people are like, oh my God, I love those reading glasses. Because now I'm having to carry them to restaurants when I go places, doctor's offices, because I literally cannot fill out a form or read a menu without my reading glasses. I'm like, I've become that. So I have to have them. But anyway, I got that email and noticed that somebody, I don't know if they're sending them to me. It was weird because it like had the price. Like let's say the price was like 110 and then it said discount 110 and then it said total 0. So I'm like, did they send them to me or something? Which if they did, how cool is that, right? But I don't think they did. But so if somebody out there did that, please let me know. That was very, very nice. I mean, anybody sending me something is very, very nice, or anybody liking my videos or commenting, I mean, anything is just really nice and goes above and beyond. And don't ever feel like you have to send me anything. But I got that email and I was kind of like, what is this about? So anyway, yeah, I lay there in bed with him while he was watching Riverdale. Something about, okay, I started having this dream that was very, very scary. And like in my dream, I was like asleep in this bed and I knew that I had to leave to go somewhere, but I wasn't like in our house. I was like in a house and it was like the back door was that way and I knew I had to go out there, but somebody was trying to like kill me. I think it had something to do, I told Alex, I said, I think it had something to do with Riverdale. And so, because it just was like scary to me, this dream, I don't know. And I woke up, and do you ever have a dream that is like so real? I can't like remember it, like I can't remember what I was dreaming about, but when I woke up in that moment I could. And do you ever have a dream that's so real? Like I was laying outside, I was laying on my side, and I was like looking at the window, and our TV is like the other, so Alex was behind me, and I was looking at the window, and I was like I was literally scared to like leave the house. Like I didn't want to go and vlog and leave the house. Does that ever happen to you? Like where your dream, like, you know, you wake up and you carry your dream into your real life. So anyway, and then I was fine after that. It took me a couple minutes and I was okay, but so, but I liked laying there and just listening to him watch that show. It was nice. I'm always like, are you bored? And he's like, because I feel bad, you know, like he just sits there. He's like, no, like I'm loving that. Like he didn't say I'm loving this, but he's like, no, I'm having a good time. Like he really could just sit there and watch like an entire show straight through and like never be bored of it. I probably after the 3rd or 4th episode would be like, okay, I gotta go do something. Like I'm wasting my time, but he loves it. Are you guys like show bingers out there? Can you do that? I just, like, I'm so, like, busy, which I'm sure doesn't surprise anybody, that, like, I can't sit for that long and just not do anything. Like, well, I did kind of do that with that Legendary on HBO, but yeah, like, after 3 or 4 episodes, I'd be like, okay, I have to do something. I did that with, just recently with The Good Place. I finished that whole last season of The Good Place in, like, 2.5 days. But those episodes were short. I want to watch something scary. Does anybody have a scary show to watch? I want to watch something scary. Oh, man. I read some of your comments earlier, like probably the first 3 hours of the vlog was up, and then I didn't read past that. I was going to read some of your comments tonight, but I don't want to sit here and read it and then look up and my battery is dead, and I only have the 1 battery with me, so that's why the vlog is going to be less than an hour too, because I know the battery starts dying around. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Like, well, I'm sure there probably is. I just haven't caught on to what it is yet. But usually between like 45 minutes and like an hour and 15, it starts to die. So, we got up today. It was pouring down rain. I mean, like torrential downpours. And I was like, I can't believe this. I told Alex, I said, I cannot believe this. Like, we've had like kind of a little bit of rain off and on for like the last couple weeks, but like seriously, the day you take off, like one of the days you take off is like, it's like this. Like, we can't even go in and out of a store or to the, you know, go eat or whatever without getting drenched. So, we went and ate brunch. I am actually gonna read just a couple comments while I'm sitting here for just a second. Dream. Am I out on time? I just want to make sure that I know where I'm at. Yeah, I literally cannot see without these. Oh my god, these glasses are so... Did you guys do that to your glasses? They're so dirty. So we went to brunch today. We went to this place called First Watch. I think they have them all over the country. I didn't think they did. I thought it was something local, but then somebody commented on my vlog and said something about it. So I think that they have them all over the country. Okay, looking good. Looking good, your videos, performing as usual. Okay, let's read some of the... Katie said, Katie with a D, I like that. I like that spelling. Kids seem to be more compliant with masks than adults, which is ironic. Isn't that so? Oh, like, I think that's so interesting. Oh my god, this is what I was gonna say. So many people had comments about that waiter last night. You know, and I didn't really realize it. Like, I don't know what I said last night on the vlog because I don't watch my vlogs back, but like, I mean, I watch my other videos back, but not typically my vlogs because they're so long. But, I mean, can you imagine talking in a car for 2 hours and turning around and watching yourself talk in a car for 2 hours? And typically when I watch my videos back, another little insider secret, I typically watch them at two times speed. So it's like watching Peter the Chipmunk. It's like watching myself at 2 times speed, which is like, da, 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 da. But I can totally understand it. But you know, like, he really was kind of rude. And then, you know what's so interesting about it is that, like, I was really gonna pat myself on the back there for a second, but like, I just didn't want to have that experience last night. I didn't feel like fighting with him, you know what I mean? And so like some of the things he said, I kind of like started asking about, nothing to do with vegetarianism. But like, okay, so when I ask about the Impossible Burger, he goes, no, he was like, we lost out to Burger King because they have so many establishments or so many places around the country, and we only have 50, or something like 50, so he was like, we couldn't compete, so we had to get rid of the Impossible Burger. Well, there's a lot of places that have the Impossible Burger. It's not just Topgolf and Burger King. I mean, it's not like they're just giving it to one place, you know what I mean? So, so when he came back, I felt like I kind of, like, Alex didn't really say a whole lot about it, but, like, you know, he wouldn't anyway. And so, when the guy came back, I go, you said that you have, like, 50, like, establishments? He goes, yeah, 50 or something. And I was like, well, that's a lot. I didn't know there were that many Topgolfs. And he was like, yeah. And he was like, then he told us his history of how he started working there, that he came in there, and he was like, I just had to work here. He's like, I just loved this place. I mean, there was more. Like, Alex was really not happy about the fact that we sat there for probably 15 minutes, 20 minutes maybe, never got refills on our drinks, except for one time when this girl brought them to us, and he just wasn't real focused on helping us. I don't know if, like, he didn't want to be in the bar, he wanted to be outside or something. I don't know what it was about. But anyway, so finally Alex got up because we were ready to go. We were just sitting there for like 15 or 20 minutes. So, or how long, I don't know how long it was. But he went up to the bar and he said to this waitress, he was like, can you get her, like, he was like, can you get our waiter? Because, like, we're ready to go. We were just kind of waiting at that point. So she walked outside all the way down to where one of these, like, golfing, because, you know, the golfing things they have at Top Golf. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it looks like a bowling alley, but it's golf instead. And then they golf, like, out into, like, an actual, like, huge field that's outside. Alex said you can golf in the wintertime because they have heat lamps and stuff, and it's like real warm out there. But anyway, so she told him I could see her, like, from where I was sitting, I could see outside because Alex was facing like the wall in the bar, and I was like looking outside, and I could see her talking to him, and he was like leaning there talking to this like couple and like another friend or whatever, and he was like, what? He was like, oh, okay, like that. Literally another 10 minutes or so went by, and he was talking to these people, and Alex goes, is he, because I said, I can see him, he's just standing there. She told him he's not like coming. And so, like, I could tell after a couple minutes, like 5 or 10 minutes, Alex was like getting real frustrated. And he goes, is he still sitting out there? And I go, mm-hmm. Alex was not happy. So, I don't know what that was about. I mean, it was like it was almost close to closing hour for them. I don't know if he was just over it, but it was packed for closing hour. So, right here, Haley said that waiter was annoying. My least favorite kind of person. He wasn't. I don't even think he realized he was annoying. That was the thing. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yolanda said, every time you yawn, I yawn. And then JB said, haha, me too. Then seeing the word yawn in your comment made me yawn. Whew, me too. Okay. Oh, Allie said, hi, Peter, I just moved into college. Thank you for giving me a much-needed distraction from all the anxiety that comes with being away from home for the first time. Congratulations, though, on college. That's exciting. And I know it's hard, and I know people get lonely and whatever. That's why I like, going to a college campus was not for me. Being in an apartment was enough. I can remember, like, one of my first nights in my apartment, it might have been my first night. I was so excited. I was like, I'm free. I moved out like on my 18th birthday. I'm like, I'm free, I got my own place, I'm gonna party it up with my friends. And I was drinking back then too, remember? I was like, I'm gonna be drunk every night. And then that first night, like my friends did come over and stuff, but it was like, no big deal. And I can remember when they left, I like got up or something and I can't remember. I was like hungry and I went and looked in the pantry and there was like literally no food in there. I mean, I had forgotten to get food. I got probably all kinds of liquor and stuff, but didn't get food because we were having like a housewarming party or whatever you did, you know, just an excuse to get drunk. And I was like, I can remember like missing being at my dad's house because like their pantry was always stocked full of like macaroni and cheese, and they had, the refrigerator always had like 6 kinds of pasta salad for the deli and things to make sandwiches with and all this kind of stuff. My dad always had like, my dad does a lot of the grocery shopping at their house, and he used to get this stuff called creamy rotini. If anybody knows a recipe for this, they used to sell it at Marsh grocery store. I would die to know the recipe for creamy rotini from back in the day, because I mean, this is like, it had whole olives in it and stuff. I loved it. Black olives, whole black olives. But anyway, it was so fantastic, and it was called creamy rotini. If anybody knows a recipe of that, please put it in the comment section below, because my dad and I used to eat he would get like a huge thing of it. And then he would get like, you know, boar's head turkey and cheese, you know, all kinds of like lunch meat stuff, pickles, great. I mean, they always had the greatest food in their refrigerator, their pantry, which is probably why when I was at my heaviest drinking, like I would go over there, do a load of laundry. Their laundry room's off their kitchen, and I would do a load of laundry, and then I would make like 2 sandwiches. I also used to love this stuff called jerky sauce. I don't know if you guys have ever had it, but it's like this hot mustard that you put on your sandwiches, and I would like make a turkey sandwich with this. I can see it in my head. It has like a light blue label and like cap on it. It was called Jerkies, and my dad used to love it. It's like Durkees. And so my dad and I were the only ones that ate it. It has like a very unique taste to it, but I love it. So I would like make like 2 sandwiches, pasta salad, and then like a glass of orange juice or milk, and then like a pickle on my plate with like potato chips I would just like eat these. Like they used to eat those like kettle potato chips. Do you remember those? Like barbecue potato chips. I think that was the brand they ate. And I would just sit there and eat while I was doing laundry, and I would be hungover, you know. And my dad, and then I would take like, you know, like they would save like the paper grocery shopping bag. Somebody keeps on driving through here. It's kind of like freaking me out a little bit. the paper like grocery shopping bags. So I would take one of those and I would put like, this is so bad. I would put like 2 paper towels in there, and then like, well, in one, I think I would take 2. I would put like 2 bags, and I would put like 2 paper towels and then like a roll of toilet paper, because they always had like stocks, you know, piles of stuff. And then I would put like toilet paper in there, and then like a box of Kleenex, and then I would what do you call it? Shoot. And then the other one, I would put like macaroni and cheese boxes in there, and like cans of beans and like soup and stuff like that. And then I also like would take my laundry out and put my wet laundry in the laundry basket, because I didn't want to stay. I was done. I was done eating. I was ready to go. So I would take laundry sheets, like dryer sheets, and put them on top of the laundry, or like mix them in. And then this is so bad, so they don't do this anymore, but my dad used to have this big jar in the kitchen that had all these quarters and stuff in it, and I would go in there and I would take quarters out for the dryer. And then also, so that I could stop at this liquor store, there's an Ace Liquors on the way home, and I could buy like a pint or like a 6-pack of beer on the way home. I would take all the quarters for that. And my dad would say to me, he'd be like, "Are you done grocery shopping?" Like when, like later, my stepmom would be like, "Yeah, Peter was over here." Like, I was totally oblivious to the fact that anybody even knew what was going on. And my dad said something to me later. He was like, he'd say it to me a lot. He'd be like, "You know, like, I don't know why you think it's okay to come over here and like stop, like you're at the laundromat and like at the deli and the grocery store. Like if you're gonna come over here, like visit with us, like sit down and eat with us and stuff like that." But I was like so in the midst of like my addiction and stuff that I just was like, I could care less, you know? I was like, I'm doing my own thing, don't worry about it. Okay. Ashley said, "First of all, I love the sounds of a muggy summer night. Reminds me of my childhood days where me and my cousin would sit out in the front yard playing or riding our bikes with our neighborhood friends way up in the late nights. Thank you for appreciating the small things, because in return, we also get to enjoy and appreciate them with you." Financial Freedom Diary said, "Township is so addictive, it can completely absorb you." That waiter sounds... Alex is addicted to that Township game. Melissa said, "California is locked down so tightly again, and it never really opened when other states did. No restaurants or movies or anything." That's interesting to me, because my brother-in-law lives in San Diego, and they go to restaurants and do things, and people in LA are traveling left and right. So are they not supposed to, or I don't know. I'm confused by that. And I'm asking, I mean, I honestly don't know. Maybe they're not going to restaurants, but I feel like, no, they did, because I can remember them taking pictures of going out to brunch. Oh, maybe they're not anymore. But they do go to the beach and play volleyball like every weekend. So the beaches were closed for a while, right? I don't know. They only hang out with like the same 3 or 4 people. Hail Sweatshirt. I feel like you ask a question in the Q&A, because my husband he's called it Sweet Shirt. My husband and I are taking our first year of marriage anniversary trip the first weekend in October, but we are taking a camper to Tennessee and just doing some hiking and campfire sitting and plan on social distancing. I think as long as we are following precautions, we can live a little more freely. Our souls need it. I haven't traveled once yet, so I think by October I'll be very ready for a small getaway. Audrey said, "I went to Vegas in June. Everything was clean and safe. Hand washing stations, hand sanitizer and gloves, masks everywhere. New regulations. I believe only 25% capacity hotels, and hotel rates are cheap right now. Also, Nevada COVID numbers are lower than Indiana." Crystal said, "I love that you and Alex are real. You are right. This facade some YouTubers create, that they are perfect couples, has everyone questioning their own relationship, when in reality, most of them have a stronger one than the influencers." True. Sarah said, "Almost a 2-hour vlog. Missed the longer vlog so much. You definitely should do a 3-hour vlog again. I love your words of wisdom and they make me smile. Have a great weekend, everyone." Do you remember I would talk about that 3-hour vlog like all the time? And then it just happened like that one day. Like I didn't plan it. It just kind of happened like that. Evelyn said, "Hi Peter, great vlog." Hey. Oh, here, Rivka did the, oh, interesting that not a lot of people are doing the emoji from last night. Evelyn did, and Rivka did. Stephanie said, hey, Peter, just be careful with Milk Tooth, this restaurant we were going to go to today. They do not cater to dietary issues. You have been warned. We didn't end up going there anyway. We woke up too late. Kara said, so I'm in California about 1.5 to 2 hours from the beach. Our government here has been a bunch of dictators and everything is kind of staying closed and no end in sight, even though our numbers are going down. My husband and I have wanted to go to the beach all summer. Okay, this is where I'm confused. Like, literally, my brother-in-law is in San Diego. He goes to the beach. Also, I have a guy that, like, I follow him on Instagram, and he like watches my videos and stuff like that, and like from like day one on my channel. He lives in San Diego, and he's constantly on the beach with friends, and like he just posted some things from Black's Beach, and there were a lot of people on the beach. Like, I wouldn't say like it was crowded, but there were like enough people there that were there. So are they not supposed to be going? Like, I'm confused about it. She says, I don't feel like it's easy to take all the precautions with a 2-year. Well, oh, okay, that touches everything. So if we have a chance to go, I would feel comfortable doing that. I pretty much would feel comfortable going most places myself because I can take precautions. Sharon made it to the very end. For you not to know, Nicole said, watch The King of Staten Island. I didn't like him either, but now I do. LOL. Christine said she's waiting for a vaccine to travel. I don't think we'll probably wait till there's a vaccine to travel. I'll just be completely honest with you guys about that. Oh, wait. Okay, what did she say? By this time next year, if there is still hemming and hawing about finding a vaccine, it's not going to happen in my mind, and I'd also at that point feel comfortable traveling. I'm confused. So you're going to wait until there's a vaccine to travel, but if there's not going to be a vaccine to travel, then you're going to be more comfortable to travel. This whole traveling thing to me is like, I don't know what to do about it. It would just be a different mindset of traveling permanently with COVID protective measures. That's kind of where I'm at with it. I think I have this feeling going forward in life, like this is going to be our new normal. Like I've said that a couple times on here. I don't know, it scares me, you know. So I think I'd also be pretty choosy about where we travel to. Now, I do agree with that, about where we traveled at that point. If most things are still closed due to COVID or because the location hasn't recovered from looting, so a lot of businesses are closed due to repair, I'll choose a place that is the most back to how it was pre-COVID. A lot of people here in Indiana are renting houses in Michigan. I would do that. So I agree with you. But there's like, there's like really, like I haven't seen any looting here, and it hasn't been on the news. Happy birthday, Susan! Your daughter looks by Caitlin Rose. Wanted me to give you a happy birthday. Crystal, you comment all the time. I love you. Crystal's watched my channel for a long time, too. Oh, there's Karen. Hey, Karen. Oh, she waited till the very end, too, and put the emojis. Crystal said, Janelle is a badass. By the way, if you ever accidentally find out anything on Big Brother from spoilers before the episode airs, please warn us before you speak about it. I already know who won the head of household on Sunday. I already looked it up, and I'm not telling it. So there you go, Crystal. I won't do that. I Googled it. I was like, I can't. Like, I hate when they do that, when they start the head of household competition, then you have to wait till the next time to watch it. So I Googled it, and I was like, who wins? So I know who wins the head of household competition, and I didn't wait. Oh, Crystal put this whole thing on here about this vegetarian stuff, but I kind of live for it. Thank you. Kathy said, you're a good hubby, Peter. Oh, thank you. Caroline said, as a vegetarian, the conversation you have with your server is making me so angry. I cook chicken and feed it to my dog. Why would it matter if I had a carnivorous plant? Oh my God. What a D-I-C-K. I bet 11 to 15 vegetarians tip that guy less than so I didn't. I didn't, because I'm not gonna do that. Like that's just not, and I tipped what I would normally tip. I'll just be honest with you. I usually tip a certain percentage, which is just, it is what it is. It doesn't matter. But anyway, I'm not a bad tipper, I'll just say that. But then if I get like somebody that's like, wow, extraordinary, like, I think they deserve. I think that's how you should tip. Like, I know so many of my friends are like, a tip is extra, blah, blah, blah. No, that's mostly how waiters and waitresses make money. That's how servers make money, right? So, I think, like, somebody that is just, like, very personable. Like, when we went to Livery the other night, this girl that we had there, she was fantastic, you know? And this guy, he got a tip that everybody else would get. But I didn't, like, I'm not going to... I don't think he was aware of it. I don't know if that's making sense. Like, I don't think he was aware that he was doing it, but I will tell you that I really got a sense that he had an issue with vegetarians. Like if he was sitting with one of his friends, he looked like he didn't look anyway, but he like seemed like he was that person that would like argue with his friends just for the point of arguing. You know what I mean? Like one of those people that post stuff on Facebook just to piss people off to start a debate, like that. Like he wanted to argue with me and I wasn't gonna argue with them. And because I was out to dinner with my husband on our, you know, anniversary week. I wasn't gonna argue with this guy. But I could tell that, like, he had this belief system that vegetarians are stupid. Like, why are you a vegetarian? That's stupid. Like, I could tell that he really believed that. You know what I mean? So, he just was kind of pushing the issue. I've always wanted a Venus flytrap. I think they're kind of cool. And honestly, between you and I thought they ate bugs. I didn't know that they ate meat. I had no clue about that. Lauren made it to the very end. She put her family. Here's another comment for Crystal. She said Brandon would love to have Top Golf in our area. He's a golfer. Olga said, a lot of people here are freaking resistant to masks and don't think Corona is serious. I live in California. My children have not gone inside any stores since March. I have DoorDash food. We only have visited my parents because they only go to the grocery store. We are planning to go to the beach. You know, maybe this is, okay, I need to probably say this. Maybe this is part of my, like, thinking as far as, like, our numbers are not great in Indiana. But this is what I will say. Many of our cases, if you watch the news, are like nursing home cases. Like the majority of them are. Indiana is pretty much back to normal. Like, everything's pretty much open. People are going places. Restaurants you go to, people are going to restaurants, they're going to malls, they're going to movie theaters now, I guess. I saw the movie theater open, like, when I drove by there that night, you know. I mean, like, life is pretty much back to normal to some degree. People wear masks, people social distance. Like I said, I have never seen anybody freak out in a store here. I've never seen anybody be disrespectful. I've never seen anybody fight it. You know, people are maintaining, like, what they're doing. So, yeah. It's interesting because I've seen other YouTubers that have traveled, and I was, like, reading the comments underneath their videos because I thought they're just going to get chewed alive, you know, for, like, traveling during all of this. And the comments underneath there were things like, go live your life, good for you for getting out, good for you for not being afraid, good for you for, like, you know, I'm so happy that you're living the best life and having this great time and stuff like that. And I think it's interesting, you know, like, I guess I think it's interesting that, people, like, see it that way. I don't know, like, it's interesting to me, you know? I don't know, what do you think about that? Alright, let's see, anything else? Tina said, flu season is around the corner, the time to travel safely. This is the other thing that I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about this, because they're saying that flu season's gonna, like, make things worse again. That's what she's saying. Let's be honest, it's not even really safe, even COVID, wait. Just as it stopped, I caught it. I think I probably only have 15 minutes or so of battery left, so I can't read this, but I want to read Tina's comment. Even if COVID cases get under control, people are still going to get the flu. This winter, anyone who risks getting sick at all this fall isn't too bright. Just stay put and get ready to be cozied up this fall. Into the Wild Blue put Destin, Florida, blue hearts. And she watched till the very end, too. Tina said, I'm over big... Here she is again. Tina. She said, I kind of like that that's your name. Tina, eat your food, Tina. Wasn't that the the llama's name on Napoleon Dynamite, Tina. I'm over Big Brother. Every year I get excited that every year a group of white alpha bros team up and take everyone out. Janelle and Kaysar never stood a chance. Janelle is the only real all-star, and the cast is so lackluster she was always going to be a target. Yep. Randy said, we're headed to Mexico next week for a beach getaway, and we have a Vegas vacation plan for December. We're tired of being cooped up. Randy, will you let me know how it is in Mexico? Because this is one of the things that Alex and I have talked about. Not about right now, but like if things start getting better by December. Because, you know, we went for New Year's last year. We're wondering, like, I know, like, people are, like, freaked out about flying, but, like, literally every person that I have talked to about flying, so they felt very, very safe, that they were distanced and things like that. I want to know what your experience is, if you can let me know, because I feel like if we could get to a resort and just be there and then, like, just be on the beach by ourselves, in the hotel room by ourselves, and, like, just go to the restaurants where we would be social distance from people, that would be a pretty safe experience. But, like, I don't know where we're going to be in the world at that time. I'm just throwing things out there, you guys. The last time I even mentioned it, I guess this is why, like, I said something about the other YouTubers. You know, it's interesting that other YouTubers, like, when they, like, and they are traveling. They're not just thinking about it. They're traveling. And so many people, like, are literally like, oh, my God, you're having so much fun. I'm so happy for you. I mentioned that we might be thinking about sometime in the near future, like a year from now or 6 months from now, thinking about it. And I literally got ravaged in comments of how disappointed people were at me. I'm like, I haven't even traveled anywhere. We're just thinking about it. Like, it was just a thought we had sitting on the couch. Like, where could we possibly go if we wanted to go somewhere? And I got tons of comments from people saying how disappointed they are in me. There are other influencers. I'm not an influencer. There's other YouTubers out there that are, like, traveling left and right, and people aren't saying anything to them. There are many, you know? So I don't know, like, and then I feel like there's a lot of people that just don't say anything. That they're like, well, you know, I just don't have any feeling about it, I guess. But I also don't want to be irresponsible, and I also don't want to be unsafe, you know? So, all right. But, like, you know, I get a lot of people that comment on here that say, like, I'm, you know, immune compromised and whatever. So, Alex and I have a very, very close friend that I never talk about on my channel whatsoever. Very close friend. That's immune compromised, that has a very serious disease, that has traveled on a plane twice since COVID, and took necessary precautions and was very, very safe. And, you know, she said, like, I was like, so was it scary for you? And she was like, the first time it was, but she was like, you know, like the airline made me feel very, very safe. She was like, you know, when I got there, she was like, no, I felt pretty good. She was like, was I going in and out of places without a mask? No, but she was like, I go to the grocery store here. She was like, you know, I might go sit at a restaurant outside here. So if I'm going to go up to a restaurant outside here, I will go to a restaurant outside somewhere else. Well, she doesn't go inside restaurants here. And she only goes to the grocery store like every 2 weeks if she has to. She, like, has other people get her stuff for her and stuff. But, you know, and maybe she's taking risks that are risky to her, but I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know what to think about it, honestly. Dana said, my company, 7 in the company plus 4 significant others just did a retreat in Cocoa Beach, Florida about a week and a half ago. We did an Airbnb on the beach there, and it was practically like having a private beach. The bosses had us doing a lot of outdoor stuff, like an airboat ride on the river, a pontoon boat, and kayaking. I felt perfectly safe, to be honest. We did go to restaurants every night, but people wore masks and kept things very clean and safe, and beyond that, we were kind of in our own bubble. We took Southwest Airlines, which is mandating open middle seats on the plane and wearing masks. For Florida in the summer, there was really no one down there. I honestly would recommend just going ahead and doing it the way you talked about, because I feel like you guys can't avoid bad situations and wouldn't be out at the club. We would not be out at the club. We would not. Aloysia said, that waiter was super rude, shaking my head. I would have had that guy fired. But see, like, don't you, like, ever feel bad because it's like you think they just don't know better, you know? Haley said, my husband and I were supposed to go to Las Vegas in 2 weeks for our 15th wedding anniversary. We canceled the trip. I don't feel comfortable flying, but our jobs will also not let us travel out of the state. If we would do, we would have to quarantine for 14 days when we got back. That's the same, you know, for many people that I know. If he wants to travel and I have no desire to travel. Oh wait, he wants to travel and I have no desire to travel. We have kids and my dad living with us, and it freaks us out to think that we could be, I have like a hangnail, bringing the virus home and infect them. I don't know, it's crazy. I wish the world could just get back to normal. You and me both. I think all of us kind of feel like that, don't we? I mean, and I don't know, it's scary, I think, for all of us. Michelle said Palm Springs is so good, King of Staten Island. I enjoyed, and Vanish was decent. Oh, I read that earlier today. This is where it starts about all of the waiter comments. Beyond Frosted Cupcake said, hey Peter, I'm not really ready to start traveling yet. I would prefer to wait and see how things change in a year. I wouldn't travel. A year's a long time. I wouldn't travel in Mexico at all because their COVID numbers are really high. I did not know that their COVID numbers are really high, so thank you for letting me know that. I'll do a little bit more research on that. You know, maybe we just need to do an Airbnb. Like you said, Cocoa Beach. Maybe if we did somewhere that was like in southern Florida and we drove, that was like southern enough that it could be warm, like in early October, but wasn't Miami. I don't know. We'll have to see. Dawn said, we recently took a trip to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. We drove and packed sandwiches for the car ride, only stopping for gas and bathroom breaks. We stayed in the cabin while we were there. It was a glorious week of relaxation and a change of scenery. I highly recommend it, just to change your atmosphere and your mind. So it really kind of goes back and forth with people and their feelings about all of this. I don't know. Adriana sending some love from Brazil. She's always so awesome. Hey. Melissa said, love me some lemons. So it just kind of goes, you know, like back and forth right now. I don't know. We'll just have to see. We're not like, well, Alex can't take any time off in the near future to go travel anyway. So it would have to be, oh my God, the battery is at half full, you guys. So it's not going to last much longer. I need to make sure that I don't. I definitely didn't bring my battery. No, I didn't bring a battery with me. I mean, I guess I could go home and get it, but I'm not going to do that. But yeah, like, I mean, we don't, like, we're not planning a trip and going next week or anything like that, but I don't know. I will say that we definitely want to travel. Like, we're just like, you know, and I think it's hard, like, seeing other people. I don't know. So today, we got, enough about that. But thank you guys for all of your comments about that. I really appreciate that. And if you feel like you have any other comments about it, please leave it in the comment section below. I mean, I'm really taking what you guys are saying to heart. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Could you, like, if you have traveled and had bad experiences, could you let me know that as well? Like, I really want to know that. Like, I feel like every person that has traveled, this is the thing, every person I have traveled that I have talked to has told me that, like, their travel experience was great and that it was like they didn't have any problems. Nobody that I know, with the exception of one person in a comment section of my video who said that their mother got COVID on a trip to Gatlinburg. Other than that, like, literally every person I've talked to, which is many, and every person that's commented on my videos said that their traveling experiences was just totally fine and that they didn't get sick. So could you, if you've had a bad traveling experience, could you let me know in the comment section below? Like, I would really like to know that. Because I really want to be, like, educated by people that have actually experienced, you know what I mean? So let me know in the comment section below. Okay, to move on to what we did today, because I don't want the battery to die, and then I haven't talked about anything except for, you know, all this. But, you know, like, when I was talking in my driveway throughout, you know, the beginning of the year, like, people seemed to enjoy when I would kind of, like, talk about, like, my reaction or response to what was going on in the world with COVID. And this is the world that we live in. My husband and I having conversations like that. So I'm sure we're not the only couple that's having this conversation. There has to be many of you out there that it's like, when is the right time to start traveling again? I mean, we had those conversations with, like, going to like restaurants and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, let me know what you think. Anyway, we got up today and we wanted to go to this restaurant called Milktooth that I was reading Stephanie's comment about earlier, because it's like one of the top 10 supposed best brunch places in the country. But they closed at 2, and we were just laying in bed, and we weren't like getting up and getting out. So Alex was like, well, you've been wanting avocado toast from the First Watch place. So I was like, yeah, let's go do that. And then I realized it was like pouring down torrential rains. So we waited a little bit because they closed at 2:30, and then we went to First Watch. But when we got there, like, okay, so for a long time, the restaurants in Indianapolis had like a reduced menu. It was like a shorter menu because they were like short-staffed, or they didn't have a full staff, and they didn't have like every food there. So they were like on a shorter, like when you would go like to Patachou, they don't have their full menu back. They only have like 3 things in each section. Well, when we went here today, they had like a full menu, like full. I didn't even realize when I was there before that I'd gone there once before with Alex and Sarah, that they had like such a huge menu. So Alex got this carnitas breakfast burrito that was like this big. He loved it. He went on and on and on. We had coffee. The coffee was so fantastic. But we were like sitting in this booth, like facing each other, and then they faced this like older couple, and they were like looking right at us. And I looked at Alex, I said, I feel like we have an audience. And he goes, because we do. And they were like talking about us, but like they were whispering to each other about us, but we couldn't figure out what they were whispering. But anyway, it didn't matter. So, and then I really wanted the avocado toast, but they had lemon ricotta pancakes. And remember when I talked about going to Connecticut, and I got those lemon ricotta pancakes at, I think they were lemon verbena, maybe they were lemon ricotta, I don't know. But I got the lemon whatever pancakes at the bed and breakfast that we stayed in there. And so I saw them and I was like, oh my God, I have to have these pancakes. So I got these lemon ricotta pancakes. They had like ricotta cheese like cooked inside the batter, like cooked into the batter. You guys, they were so fantastic, and they had like strawberries on top, just a few. And I took them off and actually ate the strawberries by themselves, but they were so good. And so yeah, so we sat there and had brunch. It was really nice. There was like literally nobody at the restaurant. And so we had that. I didn't even finish my pancakes, but they were so good. I had like 2 She's like, do you want 1 or 2? I was like, 2, of course. So I had like 2 pancakes, but they were so filling. And Alex just kept on going on and on about his burrito. He's like, this burrito is so good. He's like, it's not even like this and whatever. And he was like, first he was mad because he's like, I shouldn't have ordered onion. I should have had them take the onions off because he doesn't like onions. And I was like, the onions look really good. This burrito looked so fantastic. So I was so impressed with that place. But the atmosphere is kind of cute too. It kind of reminds me a little bit of this place that we went to in San Diego called Breakfast Revolution, that I love, that restaurant. They have like a great like vegetarian menu. I looked up and I thought that I saw it flashing. I was like, oh my God, please don't do that, because I don't know that I can end this video that quickly. But then what was I gonna say? Yeah, so that's what we did. And then I was gonna go to Sephora afterwards, but Alex didn't want to go, and so I said, well, do you want me to take you home and then I'll go? And he was like, yeah, you can if you want. But then I got home and I didn't want to go to Sephora. I just was like, I don't want to go back out. It was rainy. It wasn't raining at that point, but it was like, it looked like it was gonna start raining again. And I was like, what are you gonna do? And he goes, I'm gonna play my game for like an hour. Something like that. So he went upstairs and started playing his game. Or no, he took the dogs out and he sat on the couch and started playing his game. So, I said, I'm going to go do a review. So I went and did a review at Starbucks really quick, and then I came back and I uploaded the video. And then he goes, when are we doing this Q&A? And I said, well, I want to do this drama video, and I want to do this Peterisms video, and then I'm going to take a shower so I can do my hair, because I wanted to do my hair for this Q&A, because I always wear a hat. And so I was like, I'd like to, you know, maybe try to look a little bit nice, especially since I just got my hair cut. So, and he was like, okay. So then I got all that stuff done, and then I took a shower and did my hair, and then we did the Q&A, and that was really fun. And then I uploaded that, and we just kind of hung out and talked, and he was on the phone FaceTiming friends, and I was in the background being silly, and it was just nice. It's just nice to, you know, like, he's not there a lot because of work, so it's just nice to have him there and just hang out. It's just been like, it hasn't been like super like any big deal deep or anything. It's just been nice to be able to hang out at the house together, you know? Like, I miss my husband being there. I mean, he's gone all day. Like, I mean, no different than anybody else that, you know, has a partner that like works. A lot of my friends right now, like their husbands or partners are like working from home and have been, like, they never went back to work. Like, after, you know, people could start going back to work, like, they just never went back to work. They just stayed at home. Like, their businesses had them continue to work from home. But Alex doesn't really have a business and he can do that. Like, a lot of the things he does like on-site marketing and contracts and things like that. So he can't do that. You know, he has to go and be places. So, yeah, I mean, he has to be gone. And he has a lot of meetings because a lot of the stuff that he does is contractual. And so, like, it's in the evenings, which is why it's late a lot of times. And, you know, so he'll be gone from like 7 in the morning until like 8 or 9 o'clock at night sometimes. And I'm like, you know, it's nice to have him there. And we've been joking and teasing each other like crazy. It's just been fun. It's been really a fun couple of days. It's been really like exactly what we needed. You know, honestly, like, I wish that we were in Las Vegas because we always go every year for our anniversary, but I don't really know, on the heels of like hurting my back, that I would have had enough energy. I don't like really know if physically I could have gone, you know? So it's kind of like, in a weird kind of way, maybe it worked out best. You know, it takes a lot for us to like go on vacation, like getting the dogs to the kennel, and which we call their hotel. They don't know the word kennel, they only know the word hotel. But it takes a lot, you know, laundry, packing, getting all that done. I have to make sure that I have enough medicine, you know, for my epilepsy, to go on vacation, and like planning all this. Just, it's a lot, you know? And, I love to go on vacation, but I love these little staycations too. I've had fun in the summer. I've had a nice time just being around the house. And I think that's the thing. Like, Alex is like, he's having a hard time because, like I said, like, unless he takes off like a week and just sits at home, then like he doesn't really get to enjoy his time. But then he takes off time and it's not nice outside, so he's stuck inside. You know, he's like, I don't want to go shopping. Because I said, well, maybe we could go to the outlet mall or something. He was like, okay, if you want to do that, we can do that. But it's like, he doesn't want to just like sit inside and lay in bed and play Township and watch TV shows. You know what I mean? Like that, like if he's going to take time off, like he only gets so many days a year, then he's going to save those days to actually go somewhere. You know what I mean? And so, like he said to me today, I felt really bad. Because I said to him, I said, I really wanted us to have a pool day together. Like, I love going to the pool with you. And he was like, well, I did too. He goes, I've only been to the pool once this summer. He's only been to the pool once. Like, I'm going 2 to 3 days a week, if not more, you know? But so anyway, I wish she was home with me and could go to the pool a lot. I think my pool days are over. I do. I think between now and when they close the pool, it's just going to be, it's just not going to be, I was going to say nasty, it's just going to not be great outside. Okay, the battery is dying, so I have to close off here now. So I'm going to do my outro. I'm going to do it super quick tonight, you guys, because if I don't, then it'll just cut me off. If it does just cut me off, I hope you guys have a great, great Saturday, and I will see you tomorrow. Anyway, thank you so much. If you made it this far in the video vlog, thank you so much for watching. And if you liked it, if you really liked it, give it a big thumbs up. It would mean a lot to me. Please leave a comment in the comment section below if you want to, and if you don't want to, then let's just put all blue hearts and just blue hearts. That's it for the OG Wolfpack over here. Thank you guys so much, and I really appreciate your comments, and I really appreciate the conversation. I just want to say that it means a lot to me, and you guys really get me thinking about different things. You know, I love the ability to be able to have a conversation and not like hurt each other's feelings, and be able to say, oh, like, I see what you're saying, and maybe I disagree with that, or oh, I agree with that, or but you got me thinking, and I appreciate that, so thank you, especially in regards to like traveling and things, and thank you guys for sharing your personal experiences with me as well. It means a lot to me. And also, if you are subscribed to my channel already, please check, thank you, and please check to make sure that you're still subscribed to my channel. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please think about subscribing. And if you choose to come and subscribe, welcome to the OG Wolfpack over here. And if you've subscribed to my other channels, please make sure that you're still subscribed to them, as some people are saying that they're getting unsubscribed. And please think about subscribing to all of my channels. I have 5. Anyway, I hope you guys are having an amazing Saturday, unless you have other plans. But like I always say, don't have other plans. Make the most of your day. Do something fun today. Do something exciting. Try something new. Try a new ice cream today. Anything. Rainbow sherbet? Who cares? Anything. Lemon sherbet? Sure, have it. Also, do something that will make yourself proud when you look back on it. Orange sherbet? Love it. Also, do something that will make yourself proud when you look back on it. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Make sure that you look at yourself in the mirror every single morning and every single night and tell yourself, I love you, and at least I love you, and at least one positive affirmation, like you are valuable. And every night before you go to bed and every morning when you get up, say to yourself, tomorrow is... It died and shut itself off, so I'm just gonna say I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? And I'll do the outro tomorrow. I love you. Bye.